And at that time in history, the Russian and Ottoman empires were belting the hell out of one another, and the French Revolution was just starting to rise. One of the factors shaping our future identity was war. Last year, we commemorated the 100th anniversary of the First World War and commented with some reverence on the loss of life through misjudgment. Thousands died at Gallipoli and thousands more on the Western Front. But all these heroic actions have gone from history to legend. Before Federation, Australia's volunteers were sent to New Zealand with the British to fight the Maori Wars, to quell Gordon and the refugees at Khartoum, the Boxer Rebellion and the Boer War. Sacrifice in any war carries a weight measured in more than numbers. Gallipoli has become the rallying point. Although not overlooked, but rather by neglect, we pass over World War II, Korea and Vietnam. Even now we find it easy to pass over the conflicts, real and vicious, in the Middle East and Afghanistan, which have both taken life and limb and have seen brave and outstanding actions by the personnel involved. By searching through print histories, battalion memoirs and my own personal experiences, I am able to establish part of the Anzac service that occurred in Vietnam in 1970. For the most, the battalion commemorated and remembered Anzac Day passionately right throughout Nui Dat and the fire support bases, with lots of reveille, dawn services and dedications. The CO of 7 Battalion, a Colonel Gray, took himself and other officers out to the battleground at Long Tan, where a dawn service was to be conducted. The perimeter of that battlefield was secured by 2 platoons the previous day so that any service and dedication could be carried out in safety and remembrance given to the soldiers of 6 Ra D Company who paid the ultimate sacrifice. The Battle of Long Tan itself was fought under appalling conditions, mostly at night in a torrential downpour, with limited ammunition and very little communication between mates, facing a very dedicated up to 2 battalions of NVA troops, hardened and battled, who gave fierce and determined actions against the Australians all night and some of the day. What makes a nation? Not the wars and the catastrophes. It is the remembrance of the men and women who endured them. There are actions in war which are honourable and remembered for their heroics, and there are actions which were terrible and we still remember them. They have passed, old soldiers, but we should not let them fall into obscurity. Yet to remember this terrible affliction of war in any theatre is not a celebration of war. The remembrance of those who served and died in it or in them is everything, lest we forget.
Well done, Trev.